Hello guys, DJParson here, and I have another game of Through the Ages for you. I haven't uploaded in a while, but as you guys might know, there is the current World Championship 2024 going on, and I had one game in particular in the current round that was really good, and I wanted to show that to you definitely. So here we are. So this is the first of my matches that I covered of the World Championship. We are currently in stage 3. I didn't, so here we can see the structure. I didn't play in stage 1, that was only only few people had to play that to get to an even amount. So that stage 2 was the first round for everybody. I was doing pretty good in that one, so I won the group, and if you win the group, you get to the upper bracket, and then there's also a lower bracket. So now we are in stage 3, and I am in the upper bracket. So the winner of the upper bracket stays in the upper bracket for the next round. Then the second and third place advance to the lower bracket, and the fourth place eliminated. So it's very unlikely that I will be kicked out this stage. And then in the lower brackets, people get kicked out more frequently. Only the winner goes to the lower bracket of the next stage. So very interesting format this time in the World Championship. You always want to stay in the upper bracket if you can, because in the lower brackets you always have to win. So yeah, but that's enough. Let's get into the awesome match that I have prepared for you. And it is a 4-player game, and as you guys can see, I am with Sugoi in this group. So this is a group of 4 players, so all of them are represented in this match. Sugoi, Sumatra, then myself, and JSJSJ. And you might know Sugoi from his streams on Twitch, which I don't think he does that regularly anymore. But he's definitely a very good player, so I wasn't too happy when I saw that he was in my group. But let's get started with this match. First, get a look at the leaders. If something pops the eye, we do have the Suez, we have Cook, Hollywood, Manhattan Project, Pierre, Marlene. I mean, 4-player matches, they are always quite a lot of wonders and leaders represented. So let's see what the guy does. He grabs the library. Smarta takes Confucius and Stonehenge, so quite a lot of science for him. And then I will decide to go with Homer and Roman Roads. Get a leader, get a wonder. I always like that. Homer, not the best. I could have grabbed the urban growth instead, but I decided to go with the leader because, I mean, there's gonna be more. But those leaders are gone from the row now. But yeah, 3 more show up. Sugoi can take Boudica, elect her, and build that mine. So he has a leader and a wonder. Sumatra also has that already, goes for Confucius, builds a mine, increases pop, and grabs himself a frugality. And then it's my turn to probably also elect Homer, but first increase pop, build a mine, elect Homer, and then get a frugality as well. Nothing too fancy yet. We see some really good cards coming down. Monarchy and Code of Laws. Second and third card from H1. JS can take or build the lab first. Elects Aristotle. No. Yeah. Damn, it's been too long. Aristotle, yeah, I was confused. But yeah, engineering genius as well for him. And then Sugoi is gonna build a lab. And he doesn't go for any of these cards. Doesn't touch the row. So Monarchy and Code of Laws on 5 and 6. So that's pretty good for me. I'm gonna get one of those on one civil action. But first we get the development of religion. Smartware can take that. Me as well, JS as well, and Sugoi too. So everybody gets a free religion. And then Smartware takes the Code of Laws and starts building on the Stonehenge, meaning that I can get the monarchy. Would have preferred the Code of Laws, I think. But I think, yeah, I'm still gonna grab the monarchy, grab swordsman as well, increase pop, and build that extra lab. So set up relatively nicely here. Swordsman is not bad with Homer. I don't have an H1 leader yet. There were no early ones. So maybe I can go for Swordsman relatively early and use the extra rocks from Homer. If not, he's a little bit underwhelming, but we'll see. Development of Settlement opened by JS. He's also going to go for the classic 3, 2, and we have the 1 religion. Iron for 3 from him. And then Sugoi is going to push here as well. We get development of Science. He's going to grab the Engineering Genius from H1 and Knights. So 2 cards for 2 civil actions. And reveals that he has the Cavalry Tactic. Sumatra is going to open the development of Agriculture. He's going to go for Code of Laws and Iron for him as well. Build 1 more lab and Warrior. Okay, interesting. Going for that Warrior. Reveals the Fighting Band as well, so he's going to go up to 3 strength. I mean, yeah, maybe if me and JS push, we are onto H1 cards. And I will push, we get the development of Warfare. So not that many free population, is there? Oh yeah, there was, there was first the development of Settlement, so I could take this. I did get the free Warrior. Sumatra just went for a free Warrior, but he can take another one. JS, I don't think, yeah, I think he can't take it here. Sugoi can do it, but not perfect with his heavy cavalry. But yeah, I do decide to go for the Swordsman here, just to be able to go for these free upgrades. Having 2 warriors especially, getting a lot of value. And then start building on the Roman roads, increase population, and grab myself cultural heritage. To slowly build up to that monarchy soon. Relatively late with my wonder, but we still have a lot of time in H1. Development of Planning is our last development card. And we can get from that civil life, markets, or trade routes. And then JS is gonna go for that iron. Can grab alchemy as well. Increase the, upgrade the mine and goes for the alchemy. I really would have preferred the Universitas. I don't know why he doesn't go for Universitas here. He has Engineering Genius, he needs a wonder. So I don't really see the benefit in going for the alchemy here. You can't afford to go for iron and alchemy at the same point, at the same moment here. So it's kind of, especially developing it now, seems kind of useless to me. I would have preferred the Universitas. But oh well, we will see. Sugoi now can push again. Will go for that free warrior. Doesn't push. Has 2 extra rocks for building military. He's gonna go for the knight and use those 2 extra rocks to build that for almost no cost. And it's gonna go up to 4 strength, so becoming the strongest. Sumatra is the 2nd strongest here. Will push. We get the Dark Ages. Nothing lost for me and JS, but 2 signs lost for Sugoi, 1 for Sumatra. Sumatra would then finishes the Stonehenge and grabs himself the Universitas. So 9 signs, 11 signs now. Good for him that he opened that Dark Ages now instead of later. I will just finish the Roman roads, upgrade another free warrior, grab breakthrough. So this, I think, was planned ahead. Next turn with the cultural heritage, I will have enough to go for the monarchy. Don't have to go for the revolution, and then I get that upgraded government form, which I think is pretty nice. We have extra rock production, and military-wise, not too bad. JS will go for the open borders with Sumatra, getting himself and Sumatra the extra military action. He's then gonna go for the swordsman, can grab bread and circus as well, and then with that extra science develop those swordsmen. 3 strength for him. Shows the fighting band. And see, this alchemy that he developed didn't really do anything for him. He had to grab an extra technology to get the science to go up to swordsman. He still hasn't grabbed the wonder, and the engineering genius is sitting in his hand, and there's not that many wonders left. So instead of the alchemy, he had gone for the Universitas. He could have built 1 stage now, maybe. Didn't have to grab the bread and circuses. But he is going to go up to 4 strength, so everybody's sitting on 4 strength here. Sugoi is going to go for irrigation, upgrade 1, increase pop, There's another knight, so 6 strength from him. Doesn't have a new tactic. If he had the medieval army now, that would be a lot of strength. But like this, it's not all that scary. Rebellion hits relatively early, but nobody is hit. Mostly because of that free religion we all got. And then Sumatra is gonna go with the iron. Upgrades 1, grabs rich land for the next one. Is gonna go for Joan of Arc. Pretty nice, up to 5 strength. And then reserves as well. Looks nice with the extra selection from the code. Then I will push as well, and we get the historic. Sugoi will take this one for a warrior. Pretty nice for him, because he kind of, I mean, apparently doesn't have the medieval army. It's not been revealed yet, so he wants to go for that third knight, so he doesn't need the warriors. I will then go for that monarchy. Develop that with a breakthrough. Build another swordsman with Homer. Build another lab as well, using the upgraded maximum of 3 now. Grab alchemy and breakthrough. 6 strength, so I am the strongest. JS now takes Nostradamus. Can elect him. Grabs himself a first wonder, the Himeji. And he still has time for the engineering genius, so that is good for him. He solved that problem and doesn't even have corruption here, so yeah, good rock production. The early iron definitely paying off. And then Sugoi is gonna go for the third knight and grabs himself a wonder as well. A second one, the St. Pete's, as well as warfare here. A little bit unfortunate with the code. He could have maybe also grabbed the code this turn. Not sure if he really needed that St. Pete's. Maybe he doesn't value the code, but he's still sitting on 4 civil actions, and everybody else, I think, I mean JS also doesn't, but yeah, you want to upgrade or increase your civil actions, something Sugoi isn't really able to do so far. Sumatra is going to upgrade 1 mine, build a stage of the Universitas, play the reserves, and build another warrior, as well as grab the alchemy, so 7 strength from him. He is safe from an attack from Sugoi. And then I get Zizka, pretty nice, can elect him, can copy the tactics, so I will now produce 2 extra culture from Zizka, fulfill this 2 times, go up to 8 strength, so I'm also safe. Go for the alchemy, can upgrade 1, and then last but not least I grab the code, so I'm pretty happy about that. Next turn, with my big science production, I can go for the code, and then I will have 6 civil and 4 military actions, really nice. Then I grab Foray, could be nice to play with Zizka now. First, JS is gonna open the wealthy territory. So that goes to him as he opened it. So 6 extra rocks for just a warrior and to cast, but he's now filthy rich. Can finish this Himeji castle. Up to 7 strength. Can upgrade 1 alchemy, so is using that finally. So he still has a very good production of rocks and science. Sugoi is going to open the Crusades. So Sugoi is going to get the 4 culture that Sumatra has to pay. And then Eleanor elect for Sugoi. Very nice use, I think. Very long use, especially of Boudica. But now he goes for Eleanor. He's going to get that last iron. So I will be the one stuck without upgraded rock production. I do have the Roman roads at the moment. But when we reach H2, so after this turn, it's going to produce science instead. And then Sugoi still struggling with the civil actions. But next turn he can invest a lot into his iron. And then Sumatra is gonna open new deposits. 5, 3, 5, and 3. So just as H1 runs out, the new deposits come out. Of course, I would have preferred to get 1 more rock, but it's not too drastic difference here. And then Sumatra can finish the Universitas, is gonna grab knights and irrigation. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. 16 science now, so he's hoping for an early government from H2. I will push that foray. We get the knowledge of the ancients, so even more science. Look at Sumatra here, rocking 19 science. So I invest some of the science in the Code of Laws, getting up those 6 civil actions. And I'm missing one food exactly to increase population. I will get up to 7 science production, and I do invest 3 civil actions in getting the super early selective breeding, which I can go for next turn and then solve my food crisis. But yeah, JS upgrades the last mine, upgrades the second alchemy, goes for Bread and Circus and can build one. So he's looking good on that front. Only thing he's not having at the moment is food. So going now is gonna push, as you do with Eleanor, more science. 7 for me, that's very, very strong. Once again, look at Sumatra, 23 science now in his hand. Sugoi is gonna go for iron. Upgrade 1, 2, and no, not 3, just the 2. Increase pop instead. Maybe afraid of rats or something. Republic showed up. He could go for it next turn. Perhaps Sumatra will go for it this turn though. Very nice for him that he has the extra military action from that open borders agreement. And then his 4th one from Joan of Arc. So very good position for him. Goes to irrigation as well. Can upgrade 1 more irrigation, 2, and grabs frugality. So he's not looking bad here. He is not looking bad. And then once again it's my turn. Can push, and I will open the raiders. Sadly, I am one of the 2 weakest because Nostradamus has that extra strength from Nostradamus. So I will have to get rid of my food, but I will get it back from my farm that I upgrade to selective breeding. Grab myself Richland and Breakthrough, as well as Urban Growth. So science looking really good. 12 science plus 7, so 19 science and the Breakthrough. Rocks look a little bit different though. JS will get the justice system, has cannon, and then also gets the Breakthrough. So everybody has so much science from all the extra science we got. And it seems like everybody can research whatever they want. Immigration gives JS extra happy faces. And there is a Conmon. So Sugoi not going for the Conmon. Very interesting. Goes for scientific method instead. I find that very surprising, but maybe. I mean, in 4-player games, there are a lot of governments. So I come from 2-player games mostly, where there are not that many, and they get denied. But yeah, Sumatra has Republic, I have Monarchy, JS is searching for government, so I would expect him to go for Conmon. But there's going to be another copy, and another copy of Republic, of course. Sumatra now doesn't push, grabs Rifleman. Yeah, has 4 warriors, so he wants to upgrade those. Upgrades 1 and 2. Grabs cannon here as well, and frugality. Makes me relatively happy because I will be getting those reserves. And I need all the rocks I can get my hands on. But first I upgrade the farm, I get the coal, grab the reserves, and research the coal already. So yeah, could have potentially gone for the Conmon here. I have so much science that it could have been worth it. Always feels a little bit bad going from monarchy to constitutional monarchy. Small upgrade for the same science cost. But yeah, if it was on 1, maybe on 2, I felt like it's gonna take quite a long time to pay for it. I have to grab it and develop it, so 3 civil actions gone and 12 science. So I didn't feel comfortable doing that, so I go for the coal instead. It's still very early, so the coal can pay off very nicely. And I get a tactic from H2, but it doesn't really fit my current situation. Pestilence will hit first. JS is gonna go for Charles Darwin. Grabs Republic here. Journalism and strategy. I mean, he doesn't have that much science. I always prefer Conmon. I guess, sure, with strategy. He also was able to grab these really cheap thanks to Darwin. So nice use of him. Feels like, I guess he has break. Maybe it's fine. Maybe Republic and strategy will be very good for him. But yeah, I would have also liked him to deny Conmon from Sugoi, but I guess JS has his own priorities. But this means Sugoi will pay off that he waited, and he will get the Conmon. But first we get the good harvest, and I will get 6 extra food. So I'm, yeah, swimming in food here. Sugoi gets the Conmon, develops it. So he's looking very good now. Can finish the St. Pete's and upgrade one more scientific method. So he has very good science, good rocks, good food, good civil, good military actions. Basically, he has everything you want. Sumatra now opens foray. I'm sadly not part of that. I pushed that one, but yeah, Sumatra with his rifleman is stronger than me. And Sumatra will go for organized religion, gives him a nice strength boost at the moment. He's also gonna go for knights and build one. Investing quite a lot into military at this very moment. Some of it will be gone once Joan is gone with that with that organized religion. But for now, he is gonna go up to 15 strength. I will open the strategic, and Sugoi is gonna take it for just Aurora, so gets rid of his last Aurora and gets the strategic. Very nice trade for him. I can use reserves and upgrade coal. Can increase population, and there's really good cards here. Fission upgrade, rich land, and wave as well. If I take that, no. I decide I have enough yellow cards and I want to increase population instead. Could have maybe gone for the wave. Would be very nice to transition into my mobile artillery. I do have the science for it. There's 1 cannon, 1 and 2 cavalrymen left. I decide I need to be careful with my civil actions, especially with this much food. Basically every turn I have to pop, and if I didn't pop this turn I would have just had too much food. So I decide to pop instead, and then with the rich land and efficient upgrade, I will have very cheap upgrades for coal. Oh, and then I also build another warrior, because I guess, sure, why not? Make me stronger than JS, even though, yeah, not that much. But then we get a pact from JS. We're gonna get extra food, so more food for us and extra rock for JS. Who's now gonna go for that. Republic can grab and finish the railroad as well. Reveals his tactic. I never like that, you guys know me. Never reveal your fortification, especially a tactic like this. This is worth so much if you have it. But yeah, giving it to your opponents, I guess, I mean, sure, he has problems because he only has 2 military actions. He can only keep 2 cards in his hand. But don't show your fortifications when nobody has revealed an H2 tactic yet. I mean, sure, you have the cannon, so no one can deny that from you, but still, I don't like it, personally. But yeah, JS 9 rock production is definitely good. Next turn he gets the strategy, has a tactic, and the cannons. We get the prosperity here, just 1 food for me, but I think I have enough food. 11 is quite a lot at the moment. Sugoi is gonna build another knight and another farm, and then upgrade the next farm, and then grabs engineering genius. Will transition, so he has found a great transitional tactic, going from heavy cavalry to hussars. So he's fulfilling that 2 times, up to 16 strength for him. So Sumatra up next opens the strategic. He's gonna take it himself. Has to send a warrior and a rifleman. Not cheap, but I think it's fine, especially if you don't want all of these riflemen. Maybe you don't need them. And strategic is pretty nice, especially if you're still fishing for H2 tactics. So he will play patriotism and go for cannons. 1. Ooh, nice transition from him. Going for the Napoleonic army, so 23 strength. Grabs Revolutionary Idea. Increases pop. Can upgrade his last mine, perhaps. No, builds an extra lab. Also fine. Yeah, he needs more science, so yeah, I like that. Would have also liked to maybe upgrade the mine instead of maybe urban growth, but sure, this works. Economic progress, 5 plus 3, so only 3 rocks for me, 7 for JS, 3 for Sumatra, and 4 for Skoy. So we are swinging food, 16 food. I can upgrade at least 1 mine, think of team sports, and build that. Get a little bit of extra strength. Get the happy faces under control, and then yeah, same as last turn, so much food, maybe too much food. I need to use my civil actions to put that food to some use, even though the population will just be sitting around. And there is danger now. Sumatra can go for an aggression on us, but he didn't drop that many cards. Is kind of the hope, and on the other hand, there's nothing else I can do. I don't have a tactic I can go for. The military technologies have not shown up for us thus far, or haven't shown up at all for quite a long time. So just having these swordsmen is not going to cut it. So 13 is the max I can do right now. JS is going to open popularization of science. So 7 extra for us, 7 for Segoy, 4 and 5 for the others. And he's sitting on 23 rocks. We can maybe see some cannons here. First cannon destroys a religion and goes for another cannon, so 23. Sure. Selective breeding as well, and grabs the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, wonders are really good for him. He needs a happy face anyway. He's really struggling a little bit with science, so yeah, I don't know where he spent most of it. I guess he didn't have that much science production for quite a bit, and then I don't know, maybe justice system. I'm not sure if he went for justice system before Republic. I think so. I mean, overall, what he's really missing here is the strategy, so we come back to that decision to go for the combo of Republic and strategy instead of just Cornmon. It would have been a little bit cheaper and would have allowed him to go for selective breeding. But, I mean, it's still fine for him. It's still fine. The next turn he can go strategy. After that, selective breeding, maybe. First, we get Segoy opening yet another territory. Wealthy, and he's going to take it for 2 knights. I mean, okay, 2 knights cost 6 rocks. You get 9 back. He's gonna go for Nobel. He's gonna go for... He's gonna go for Suez, and he has 3 colonies already. If he also has a good one in his hand, this looks very promising. He's not gonna probably rebuild those 2 knights. Yep, that's what he does. Exactly, out of corruption. Can even build 1 stage to further use that. So next turn he gets his Suez. Sumatra now. Is he gonna go for an aggression on us? No, nothing. Yeah. You quite often see that, especially if you have low military actions, and he had to spend a lot going for the units and everything, going for the tactic, so he doesn't have an aggression. Maybe doesn't want to try it, not sure, or whatever. Doesn't have a war probably. But yeah, grabs scientific method, grabs first, has grabbed the statue. He's gonna upgrade one of his riflemen, so 25. And next turn he can finish that Statue of Liberty. I will offer the promise of military protection to JS, who is gladly gonna accept, though, so we get 4 extra strength, so give us a little bit of breathing room here. At the cost of 1 culture production that JS gains. And they have shown some of these military technologies, so I can go for 1 cannon. I'll probably copy JS tactic. Maybe not, maybe I want to keep that for now. But I will get the architecture. Still sitting on so much science production and science in the bank that I want to use all of that as much as possible. Still so much food, and I'm producing 7 food because of the trade agreement. What I'm really missing is rocks, but yeah, 9 production is still very, very good. I'm up to 20 strength, so I can almost defend against Sumatra, and now with a defense card I can. And I guess he didn't try before. Oh, no, I lose Jishka. So, yeah, but Sumatra also loses Joan of Arc. So I guess that's fine. JS is going to finish the Eiffel Tower. Is going to develop a library. Build one. Not so sure. As we said, he needs a lot of technologies. I guess once again, next turn he could go for strategy, but he's just gonna draw one card from H3 here. Would have preferred him going for strategy. Don't really need the journalism at this point. Sure, more science production is great, but there are other things you need to prioritize first, in my opinion, strategy and selective breeding. But I can understand wanting that library, especially you get the extra culture from Darwin as well. I think it's quite a nice array of yellow cards. So going now, probably gonna finish that Suez, and colony is gonna get is gonna be Vast. So a nice boost to his yellow bank. He's gonna build another knight and another knight, so 25 strength from him. We also have our first air forces quite early on. Sumatra now is gonna push. We get terrorism, which really nicely for us. Don't know if the difference were big, but yeah, not that big of a difference in culture, but me having the least is really good. Because now I can destroy things from the other guys. Sumatra is gonna finish the Statue of Liberty, goes for architecture, and will grab Robespierre. So I will be stuck with no leader from H2. Kind of missed the boat on that one. But Sumatra, same for him, but he at least gets the one extra military action from Robespierre, which is really good for him. Then he grabs cavalryman and multimedia, so he will be ready for the modern army from H3. And there's some really nice cards on the row. Maybe for us, I grab the air forces, grab the cavalryman, build another arena, increase pop, and go for that cavalryman. I guess, sure, I could have just gone for the fortifications, but I lost one military action now, so copying that is actually hurtful. Having to spend 2 military actions copying the fortifications. So I can just play my tactic, going up to 27. Could have potentially gone for fundamentalism here as my H3 government. I have a lot of science, but in H3 you run out of science quite quickly, especially if you spend 16 on the fundamentalism and decrease your science production by 2 like that. Could have been still a very nice upgrade to my military actions, to my strength. Would have been really, really threatening, but yeah, I didn't want to commit to that. Crime Wave now will hit JS and Sumatra, so I now am the strongest. Nice turn of events. JS finally goes for that that strategy. Oh yeah, by the way, he lost the journalism because I had terrorism. Sumatra lost his organized religion, and Segoy lost one of his scientific methods, so quite big terrorism. JS gets reserves, 2 copies of that, and a copy of patriotism, so grabbing all the yellow cards. 12 culture production is also not too bad. Segoy is gonna open the refugees, so very nice for us. We just became the strongest, and now refugees make us get another population and the culture. Segoy gets really nice technology here with the civil service. He's also sitting on so much science. Could have even gone for Steve Jobs, I think. Could have done that. I mean, sure, he has the opera. It's also going to be nice with Chaplin. Gonna grab tanks. Yeah, tanks. Tanks look strong with his hussars. Upgrade 1, 2. So he's now the strongest once again. Can always just upgrade these to get stronger. Sumatra is gonna rebuild that religion, increase pop with another knight, and grab computers. Yeah, he's really hurting for rocks, so good that he grabs the reserves, but maybe he should have gone for Gandhi here. Not sure if that would have been great. But he's really struggling with rocks. Everybody's producing so many rocks, 10, 9, and 9, and he's sitting on 5. So I'm, yeah, a little bit afraid for him, but We'll see. Next up, I push the Impet of Strength. We get the freedom of movement. Very nice. We can put Swordsman somewhere else. Yeah, into the cannon. And then I will go for one Air Force, as well as grabbing Engineering Genius. So I'm very low in culture production, so I'm not sure exactly where I will be getting my culture from. I still have very good food and rocks. Get the Engineering Genius here for some extra rocks. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping for Pierre, maybe even Mandela. I mean, no, Mandela not really. Pierre would be great to get a little bit of culture going. I will increase population once. I will grab a wonder quite early. The fast food chains, but they can be quite good for me. And overall, yeah, staying the strongest, putting a lot of pressure on Sumatra and JS, who will open the historic territory. So Sugoi takes this one as well for 2 knights and a card. So 11 culture for him, and of course extra rock production from his sewers. And then JS is gonna finally also go for the farm. Upgrade 1, grabs engineering and satellites. Ooh. I guess sure, he still gets them for cheaper thanks to Darwin. Destroys a farm. Build yet another journalism, so 3 journalisms. 18 culture production for him. 10 science, not bad. Only problem, he does have the engineering, but he didn't use it for his journalism, so these were really, really expensive. He even had to build a 4th one that got destroyed by the terrorism, so a lot of rocks went into that. But he did also have a lot of rocks. What he also could have done, maybe, oil. I don't know if he had enough for that. Was still quite early, but I think it maybe, nah, I don't think he had enough science. So yeah, Sugoi is gonna go for an opera and space flight. Grabs oil here as well. Don't know if he still wants to go for that, or if it's just a cheap technology for his space flight. Sumatra offers the military alliance to me. I will accept that, so 3 extra strength for the both of us. And he's gonna grab the democracy, Campolite. Ooh, goes for a revolution with Robespierre. Right, you can do that. I often forget, but that is allowed. And with Marlene, he fulfills the tactic again and can upgrade to 1 computer, so 9 science for him. Reserves and efficient upgrade. Would have been really good for him if he got the military buildup, or maybe the patriotism or reserves. So military-wise, it's still not that easy, but at least he got Marlene. So yeah, that is something. He also could have gone for Gandhi. There seems to be not that many military actions. So perhaps Gandhi would have been even better for him. Not sure. Maybe he also wants to go on the aggressive at some point. I will open the autonomous and I win this one because JS and Sumatra don't want to bid on that at all. So I will be getting this for all of my warriors, or swordsmen and the card. But still, autonomous territory, really, really good. What do I take from it? I take the food. Yeah, food is definitely what I have been hurting for this entire game. But yeah, I take the food so I can increase population 2 more times. First I grab the democracy, so that is really good for me. Getting that instead of the monarchy. For the tactic again, grab a revolutionary idea. We pop again, so a lot of civil actions all of a sudden. So pop twice and get an urban growth. Still no leader. I have been without a leader for, yeah, entire age 3 thus far. So that is not great. I have a war of a culture though now, so that could be great. JS will grab himself the Manhattan Project, destroys his mines, maybe a little bit early for that. He will build 2 cannons. Yeah, he's maybe panicking a little bit. He is afraid of the military potential. Mainly from me, perhaps, not sure. But remember, 4 strength that I have here comes from the promise of military protection. So that is still going on. At the moment, it's a very costly pact for me. At the moment, I much rather would have the extra culture protection and not the 4 strength. because I don't really need it. Military build-up, grabbed by Sugoi. He's gonna build a tank. Gonna go for oil still. Or I guess he only develops it for the space fleet as well as the pro sports. Patriotism, reserves, increased pop. So he's getting also the nice Nobel Prize. 112 culture for him. So he's definitely looking quite healthy. Sumatra now goes for movies. Not sure he can afford that, but Air Forces are quite nice. Military theory. Yeah, that's really, really nice. From getting the Air Force and military theory also means he can just go into these computers because they can give him a lot of value with these technologies. And they are, of course, great for a lot of impacts. Grab himself urban growth, maybe for the last one. But yeah, not upgrading culture. Kind of defensive move. I will open the developed territory, and nobody wants it, but I will take it for a cavalryman. There is Pierre finally, so I can elect Pierre. I can build maybe some more pro sports, but first I want multimedia. Build one and one team sports, and 4 team sports of 15 culture all of a sudden. Grab movies as well, and computers. So I didn't get the Nobel Prize this turn. With the Revolutionary I could have, but I think I can also just get the Nobel Prize next turn, because yeah, next turn is gonna be my last. So I also didn't go for the war of culture. Could have done that and go for military theory, but everybody's just ready. Sumatra could go for military theory and air forces, build one air force. There's also still one H2 card left. That could be something like arms industry. Then Sumatra could have even gone for 2 air forces. JS has the Himeji Castle and Manhattan Project, so as well as satellites, so also not an easy target. And Sugoi, yeah, military buildup, patriotism and reserves, and you can just pump out all of the tanks. So I went through it, I looked at the possibility for the war of culture, and then decided, okay, it's not gonna work, but I can pivot into multimedias, team sports, and Pierre. Pierre's gonna result in 8 extra culture and then 2 times the production of team sports, so quite a lot of culture. And then as well with fast food chains, hoping that it will be enough. And then sadly not drawing another impact, but another war that's not going to do anything as we go into H4. Darwin lost, but JS can pick up Mandela and go for engineering. Revolutionary idea. Satellites, a very strong progress here. Can go for reserves, food, and pro sports. Also at the end of the age meant we lost our pact, so I am now not the strongest anymore. Independence declaration, Sumatra has to lose the strategic. Sugoi can finish the space flight for 21, not the biggest space flight, but also not bad. And build one more knight, increase population, and build one more religion, so 147 culture for him here at the end. Sumatra is gonna go for movies, can at least build 1 movies here. Also helps him nicely with the happy faces, thanks to Marlena, so can be important for the input of happiness. Also is gonna go up to 42 strength, so just missing 1 strength to overtake Sugoi if there's input of strength, and there is. I think I remember that I played the input of strength at some point. I don't think that was revealed yet. So my last turn. Sadly I don't have an impact, so I can only go for the Olympic Games and then finish that fast food chains, but first I rebuild cavalrymen, get 23 from the fast food chains, not bad. With revolutionary idea, I can go for military theory and computers, so I get the Nobel Prize. Grab tanks and revolutionary idea, because why not? And that will be my turn, 126. So not as much as the other guys yet. JS gets out the input of strength, so 10, 5, 15, and 0. So this is the first look, the first impact that we see here. I am behind Sugoi by 16. JS still has his turn, so he gets the 10 from the Man Project. He's then gonna get stronger, so unfortunate for him that he reveals the Imp of Strength. If that had have been later, after he finished the Man Project, it would have been very different. But yeah, Sumatra is kind of out. He's 50 culture, almost 60 culture behind Sugoi, 50 culture or 40 culture behind me. So yeah, it's gonna be hard uphill battle for him. Now we get the Man Project for JS, 10 extra culture. He still has his production as well. So it is gonna be quite close. Can develop one more technology. And now he is the strongest after that Impet has been revealed. So, Impet of Colonies, 15 for Sugoi, very good one. 3 for JS, 6 for DJParson. So Sugoi really gets ahead of the rest of us. So I and JS only 8 culture difference. So what other impacts do we have? We have the progress, and remember JS 24 from the progress, 18 from me. So JS getting further ahead from me, closer, quite a bit closer to Sugoi. Sugoi only 3 culture lead now, and we still have 4 impacts. So it's even possible that I could overtake Sugoi. So we could see a lot of changes here. Harmony 16, 8 and 20 for me. So actually that makes it super close between me and JS again. And Sugoi once again ahead by more than 10 points. Now we have technology 16, 12 and 20 again. So I do overtake JS and get closer to Sugoi. Only 9 culture left now, but also only 6 culture to JS. One more impact, Impet of Science. JS will almost overtake me. 0 for Sugoi, so we now are super close. 209, 10 and 14. And the last impact is gonna be Government 20, 25. So I will overtake Sugoi by 1 point, and JS just down 2 points, 3 points behind Sugoi, 4 points behind me. So I will take this game. As I promised you guys, very, very exciting game here. 1 point difference and 4 point difference to the third player. So amazing ending here. Very, very fortunate for me as well. Very happy that I was able to pull this win off. And yeah, if JS had opened a different impact, would have looked different. He would have had 5 points more, I would have had 5 less. So in a different world, JS would have taken this game. So super, super close. Very, very exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So I'm gonna take a look now at my bracket here at the upper 16. Almost all games have actually finished. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna post another video of this group stage. So if you don't want to get spoiled, then now is your time to click off. But as I said, I don't promise that there's gonna be more games. Some of them were pretty good, but final standings or actual standings right now look like this. 29 points for me. So it has still 2 more games to finish. 3 more games to finish. So Sugoi has all of his 2-player games yet to come. I have finished my 2 versus JS and Sumatra. But even if Sugoi wins all 3 of his games, I think he can only reach 28. So I think I have the win in this upper bracket. Got really, really nice games. 4-player match that I was able to win, and 3 players went pretty nice as well. So looking good for me in the World Championship up to this point. We are still relatively early. As you can see, so many brackets, so many groups. We are still with 768 players at this stage. But yeah, staying in the upper bracket, so winning my group, going into the upper bracket in the next stage is really, really nice. Hope that I find the time to show you guys some more games. If they are as amazing as this one, I think I will have to. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys next time.